Hello everybody and welcome to iRacing. We've got the Skip Barber here at Donington. We've qualified in 8th place and let's see what happens.
Green flag, green
Not
flag.
done any practice. We're just relying on our Donington local track knowledge and Skip Barber super glued wheels. Also, the prayer that the cars behind us won't drive into us, which is tradition in the Skip Barber. If you're not driven into, it's not a Skip Barber race. As you can see, we've got a car behind us, eager beaver, wanting to get his snozzle down the inside, but he backed out, fortunately, because he didn't have the run on us. We got a good launch through that right-hander nook, though. You've got to be careful, I found, with the Skip Barber in general. On the first lap, the tyres don't like you, so you have to keep that in mind and work with it as we try and... No, he's just going to come right across. I had to back out of that. I was going to try and go up the inside a bit, but he was having none of it, car in front. So I just had to defend on the right there from the car behind us. Obviously we slowed down after backing out of that move to avoid the accident, and then had to be defensive for the car behind. I'm sure he's not very happy, but deal with it. Well, what is it? Okay, don't know why he's practically stopping there, but he has. We're back on the tail here. Not a bad first lap. Obviously, Donington, it's not quite the Monza of racetracks, but surviving the first lap's an achievement in and of itself. And to be honest, any race with a Skip Barber, surviving the race is most of the race. Surviving the race, then not losing the front of the peloton, because it's like Tour de France cycling or indoor velodrome racing. Skip Barber, being within the draft of other cars is almost as important as
slow car ahead. Go
other
left.
things. Half the grid have just exploded. Let's do the sandals so we can hear the salty drivers.
Sorry, guys.
I apologised. Well, that's worked out well for me. We've just been handed three free places. He apologised. There's no saltiness on this in this race. Why is he? That's not right. The whole point of voice over IP is for everyone to be screaming at each other. Refund. The only reason I play iRacing is to have people scream, listen to people scream at each other, mostly with American accents. That's the point of it. Why else would you pay for iRacing? Really happy, chilled out iRaces in this server. We've got some Japanese drivers. Oh, maybe that's why they're so chill. Zen.
You're in fifth.
Skip Barber, of course, the vehicle known to be relaxing and zen. So the least zen car in iRacing. Oh well. Ashley Work in first place. Edwin Valerino in second. Fumiki Ojima fourth. I missed a place out there. Innumerate muscle. Oh look, I seem to be the only person taking that corner correctly. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me.
Left side.
And
Clear
we're
on
good.
the left.
Woo, up to fourth place here. It's looking good. This is my first race in the Skip Barber at Donington. And this might actually be my first ever race in the Skip Barber at Donington. Possibly on this layout, at least, not the long layout. I mean, if I win my first ever race at Donington, I'm going to have to quit iRacing. That's proof that the sim's broken. I'm not even rated #1 car, so this is going to be a right iRating collection if we pull it off. Lap 4 of 19 here. Look at this, he's moved to the outside, Edwin Valerino. Is he going to hit into him? Why has he gone so wide? They've been very cautious. We've got to get with these cars though to get the draft. If they start pulling away, we're in trouble. Based off the previous laps, they were falling behind on this right-hander, so maybe we can keep with tradition and carry the speed through that corner. If you overdo it, you're in trouble there. There you go. Look at that. Not bad. That is the key to the track, that corner. That and the chicane. I mean, there's not many corners on this track. but committed through that right-hander at the bottom of the hill, it's risky to do it, so I think that's why you can gain a lot of time, because you can mess it up to the point where you lose it, so then other people that have been a bit more conservative on it are not going to take it as fast. So I mean, that's the nice thing with Donington. You can risk it for a biscuit and catch up with people that are not risking it for a biscuit because they don't feel like they need to. I don't know how much of the sausage you can take in this without the wheels falling off. I've actually been around this track in real life as a passenger, and those sausages on the chicane, you would not want to drive over them. Especially in a skippy, they're huge in real life. Like, they're big enough that you think they'd rip the wheels off the car big, you know? You're like, no. I'd rather have a spine at the end of this lap. Ashley Work here is a little bit slow. Hopefully we can get on his tail. Hopefully we can get some draft. Oh, he's dirtied his wheels up. He's not going to be able to carry the speed through. I've got a bit wide with... Well, you know, sometimes a bit of a track cut is required to close the gap. That's cutting it. You've got all the load on the back left-hand side of the car there where you go into that. So if you're powering on through there, the rear can go, nope. Right, let's see if we can mosey up the inside
Car
here.
on your left. Still there, hold your line.
There we go. Committed. He's going to be worried that I will understeer into him on that corner. We got up the side there. We've got a nice line on the inside. If you're on the outside of that, you have to take the speed off because of the corner. You tend to run wide. It's race and lap over. Up to third place. Testing the suspension out again. Not too bad. Might be a bit of 2 and 4th between me and Ashley Work. Hopefully not, because I want to not be battling him. I want to be closing on these
You're now in third.
two front runners. See if we can get on them. My all-time best lap. I could do his session best lap. Oh, I've just gone through it. There we go. It's very handy to have your delta so you know if you're hitting your lap times or not that you've done previously. Oh, we could do that. We could do that a few more times before we get a DQ. It's fine. I feel like if you don't use up all your 1Xs, have you really maximised your enjoyment from the session? Got to use up those 1Xs. That's what safety rating's for. He's caught right back up with this. So 3.6 second gap between ourselves and the car in front. 0.3 from the car behind. Right, come on, let's try and laser it through here. Nice and smooth. No sausage. Much better. Less bouncing. Power applied in the forward direction. Some say that's the better way of doing it. I'm not getting... I know I'm not doing T1 too well. So we've got time to gain there. P1 and P2 are pulling away the buggers. That was a little bit better. Line it up, then use the power to... when the car's a bit stable, rather than drifting it through there. Who would have thought that would work better? Who would have thought basic driving technique would get you better results in a skip barber? Come on. Squeezing out the lap time. 3.7. Am I closing on them? Let's keep that 3.7 in mind. I hope they crash into each other. It's great. That'll do. There we go. We're getting a lot more delicate. No, they're still pulling away, the buggers. 3.9. Oh, no, 3.9. Getting PBs. 3.8. Okay. That was a little bit faster. We could definitely do... There's at least 2/10, 3/10 in that corner. I think the car behind's waiting, just waiting patiently. Oh, there we go. Nicely done. Pat myself on the back. That's better, apart from running wide. There's so much dirt on the left there from just people running wide constantly. Here we go, look at this. We're learning as we go. And yet the cars in front still pull away. Despicable. So I broke a little bit later there. I'm testing the back. I'm testing it out. Testing what we can get from this. So I broke a little bit later there, and I just missed it a little bit, like the leaning of it. You want to lean the car into that, so you're just on it. It was faster than the previous attempts, but I could feel, thanks to IIFFB, that was not ideal. Okay, that's certainly not ideal. They say you cut the track, but fortunately the marshals are asleep, so they didn't say it. Oh, well, third place, okay. 8th to 3rd place. Still not over though, between me and Ashley Work. All the cars in front that I think are battling. This is what you end up with Donington. The final lap, overtake for the chicane, an inevitable crash and finishing the race last. That is what Donington is all about. Back markers already coming into play here. Eric Eason in 12th place.
Got 10 laps to go.
Oh, that was smoother and a better time through there. It's got more to give. I've slowed down too much. It's quite good. Carving away the corners. I wonder if it's just 4th gear through this. Keep it in 4th and keep your foot down. Got more scrub than dishwasher detergent through some of these corners. I mean, I need to like be a bit smoother. They're holding off Ashley Work now.
We're gonna get DQ'd from off track here.
Don't know what this guy's about. Edwin Villarino still in 1st place. 9 laps to go. Oh no. Butchered that. It's not a nice smooth single corner there. I think I took like 3 apexes that time. Seems quite liberal on those corners in terms of, I mean, that's perfectly legal, but some of the sims on that downhill right-hander, they get you for track cutting. Other sims, they don't so much. Oh, look at that. Stayed in 4th gear might actually be the solution there. Because I didn't even take that corner well and we didn't lose any time with the Delta, so I would think that's probably the case. Cars in front still pulling away. Come on, guys, fight. Fight amongst each other. Start a raucous. I need all I can get. Black markers, here we go. Yes! Traffic jam markers, that's what I need. Seems to have the pace to keep away from Ashley Work. I'm surprised he's not getting any draft. So it's got I'm surprised I keep managing to mess up T1 there repeatedly in this car. That's what's giving Ashley a chance. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you're going just slightly in the wrong angle and the car just runs. The fronts don't bite and the car runs wide. It's hard to get it to hook up into that.
I
think the thing with fourth gear through that previous section is if you mess it up a bit, you're then in the wrong gear to bail you out of messing it up. Oh, here we go. Bit of a tangle. Flip it. Oh, Jesus.
That's a joke.
Is that two back markers killing each other?
Car on your left.
I was well slow through that. I was too busy
Still
looking
there,
at
hold your line.
the tangled barbers.
Still there, hold your
Let's
line.
try and stay in front here.
Clear on the left.
Stay on the
Car
inside.
your left. Clear on the
There
left.
we go, we're okay. That was really weird. There was two back markers. For some reason, decided to just smash into each other on the chicane. Like, why? I don't know. We will never know. They didn't even shout on the voice. I don't know why everyone's so placid in this session. Where's the anger? Literally, the bitterness is half the joy of iRacing, at least. It's like they ruined CSGO. Oh, sorry for being slow there, Ashley. They got rid of the half-time being able to hear the other team on the voice-over IP. You can only hear your own team. And it's like, well, you want to hear your opponent screaming in anguish. It's just cathartic. Ashley Work, will he beat us? Quite possibly.
Sucks, man. You barely have any damage, bro.
Kyle Reed in 5th place. He's complaining. He's a proper iRacer, but he's 9 seconds behind Ashley. So, oh, here we go. Back markers that tangled each other. Oh, here we go. They're all coming out of the pit. What are these guys doing? I'll just come for a little Sunday drive in the ranked session. I mean, why not? As long as they're not getting in the way, it's all good. But they're going to get in the way, aren't they? And I can tell you guys for sure, I have never been a back marker that's taken out the front runners of a race. I've never done that. I might have done that. I've never done that. But I did. I'll admit it. And I learnt my lesson. And there's a plane taking off from East Midlands Airport. Very nice. Little 737 or something. It's me taking off to do a tour of the UK. Microsoft Flight Simulator. 8 hours in a jet plane. Good fun though, if you've not done it. Highly recommend flying around the entire UK coast in a jet plane. North of Scotland looks fantastic. Here comes Ashley.
Car on your left. Stay on the right. Clear.
Ooh! You don't want to be on the outside when there's a car on the inside, so I think he backed out of that sensibly. I left space. We wouldn't have collided if he did go.
5 to go.
Well, 5 laps and maybe we get the merry first ever Donington Skip Barber race 3rd place. It's not first place, but... Although actually, if the two... Oh no, it's too far apart. I was going to say if the P1 and P2 were close, there's a good chance of the last chicane, last lap, last corner smash up. But they're not hassling each other enough. They need to get on it. I do quite like how this track's simple, though. I think it's well, it's hard to be really good at, like all tracks really. But it's simple in the sense that the corners are well defined with a nice bit of grass either side of them. Track with grass, and I'm happy. Nice bit of hill, not totally flat. The 2 layouts are nice. This layout I think I prefer though. Nippy layout. Nippy for a skippy. That's better. I always feel with Donington though, because it's such a short lap, you're like, oh, I could do my next lap a bit better. I do my next lap a bit better, and then when you absolutely nail the chicane, it's really satisfying. You have to wait half a decade for the next attempt at not failing it. Whoa, that was slow. Well, apparently the Delta says otherwise, but got the tyre caught on the inside of the curb in there. Ashley, work! Will he work himself in front of us? Oh, yellow flag, here we go.
Car stopped on the right.
Just on the track there. Oh, he's a back marker. Nothing to get excited about. Have to defend the inside here because Ashley's all over us. Oh dear. I think this was the tangle back marker. I'm expecting him to brake in totally the wrong place. So let's be careful. Let's hopefully we can just get past him here. Nice and easy. No, yeah, I'm going to get your draft though before you do. There we go.
Right side.
Get a bit of draft there.
Clear.
It probably wasn't really worth doing that, but. The straights don't seem long enough on this track to get that much of a draft. I think you have to be really close to them to actually get the beneficial draft. Get more draft than the wingtip vortices from the planes flying over the track. Oh man, that was slow. 2 laps to go and I've just trundled through that corner. Ashley Works surely gonna pummel us. I'm totally messed that up. And the driving's gotten terrible. Even worse to a lower level than you even thought possible. I'm just teasing Ashley. Just giving him, just making him feel like he can do it. He probably can, to be honest. What is he doing? What's this guy doing? Do I go on the right of him? I do. Please don't turn into
Left
me
side.
as a back marker.
You have about 5 laps of fuel left. Stay on the right. 2 left to go. 2 to go. Clear on the
To
left.
totally
Car on your
compromise the
left.
entry into
Clear.
that. But that's actually slowed Ash. That's ruined it for Ashley. Oh no! Absolutely denied. I mean, it ruined my lap quite a bit, but ruined Ashley's a lot more. Unlucky. Money in the post to that back marker for sure. This might be a mosey on victory here for, well, I say victory, 3rd place. Considering I did absolutely no practice, apart from obviously Donington being a track I know in other sims. All things considered, lap times might not be fast, but starting in 8th place and staying in 3rd is acceptable. It's not a 7th though, is it? Can't always get 7th. Funny thing is with the Skippy, it's so slidey. I had to turn all my tactile transducers down. If you go on my channel and type £150 motion rig, which is pure clickbait and total live video, you can see I've got tactile transducers on my pedals and on my seat that shake depending on slip angle. The problem is the Skippy is always in like monster slip due to it having road tyres effectively. So this is a great car if you want a foot massage
but that wasn't smart.
with the transducers. I did turn it down. Nice thing with Sim Hub is that you can tweak everything per sim or per car. But it's just pretty funny with the Skippy because it slips so much. It's just like if you've got everything on max, it's like your whole ring's rattling as if you're driving a monster truck over one of those rumble strip test track things. Oh, come on. Maybe finish on a PB. Maybe iRacing will update Donington to what it looks like now. Both are just as likely. Oh. Well, that worked out all right, actually. All in. We've got to get the PB. Got to finish on the PB. Respectable Delta. It's all about this final chicane. Ah, man, well hyped. Third place, guys. That's going to be an iRating bonanza.
Man, Brock, you really turned it on there.
Go! PB! No! I didn't get the exit speed. Oh, bugger. But, third place. First ever race at Donington. That is an iRating bonanza. That's going to be at least 5, maybe 10, maybe even 30 iRating. Who knows?
Great job. You did really well.
But I have to say, really love this track. I'm a big fan of the Skippy. If you're looking to get into iRacing, the Skippy's a good car. Oh, they're still racing. I know it's not. Skippy's a good fun car. There's always people racing in it whatever time of the day. And it's nice and easy, road tyres, nice and slippy. One of the more just fun cars to drive in iRacing, I find. But yes, there you go, guys. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed the race. Of course you did. Also, subscribe and like if you're new and you want to keep updated with this content. But until the next one, guys, thank you very much for watching. Happy sim racing. And goodbye, everyone.